Ever wondered why some people are terrified of things that seem completely normal to you? Welcome to the fascinating world of phobias. These irrational fears, often rooted in our subconscious, can make our hearts race and palms sweat at the mere thought of an object or situation that seems completely harmless to others. From the well-known fears of spiders and heights, known as arachnophobia and acrophobia respectively, to the more obscure and downright bizarre, these fears offer a deep dive into the intricate workings of the human mind. These phobias may seem strange, even comical at times, but they're very real for those who experience them, often causing significant distress and impacting daily life. So, what makes a person develop a fear of something as common as peanut butter, or as fundamental as sitting down? And how does our mind transform these everyday objects and actions into sources of terror, ready to dive into the world of peculiar fears? Let's explore some phobias you probably didn't know existed. Imagine being terrified of your peanut butter sandwich. Sounds strange? Well, welcome to the world of Arachibutyrophobia. This peculiar phobia manifests as an intense fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of the mouth. It's not just about the discomfort or the sticky sensation, but the sheer panic that ensues at the mere thought of it. This fear can be so profound that it impacts daily life, making simple pleasures like a PB&J sandwich or a peanut butter cookie a source of immense anxiety. For some, it might even trigger a gag reflex or a fear of choking, turning a harmless snack into a terrifying ordeal. The origins of Arachibutyrophobia can be varied, ranging from a traumatic childhood experience to a simple aversion that escalated into a phobia. But whatever the cause, it's a very real fear for those who struggle with it. Next time you enjoy a PB&J, spare a thought for those with Arachibutyrophobia. Not everyone is ready to dance their fears away. Chorophobia, the fear of dancing, is a rather peculiar phobia that can be deeply ingrained in an individual's psyche. It's not just about two left feet or a lack of rhythm. Chorophobia goes beyond mere awkwardness on the dance floor. It's an intense fear that can cause severe anxiety and panic at the mere notion of moving rhythmically to music. This fear can be triggered by various factors. For some, it might be the dread of public humiliation or embarrassment. For others, it could be the fear of losing control over their bodies, or possibly even past traumatic experiences associated with dancing. Imagine feeling your heart race and your palms sweat at the thought of a simple sway or a foot tap. Chorophobia, a sobering reminder that not everyone finds joy on the dance floor. Beards, for some, are more terrifying than stylish. This fear, known as Pogonophobia, is a genuine phobia that taps into the human psyche's complex depths. It's not just a dislike or mild discomfort, but an intense dread elicited by facial hair. Pogonophobia manifests itself in a variety of ways, depending on the individual. Some may feel a creeping unease, a prickle of fear at the back of their neck, while others may experience full-blown panic attacks at the sight or touch of a beard. This fear may be triggered by a range of factors. For some, it's the association of beards with untidiness or poor hygiene. Others might find the texture or appearance unsettling. Past traumatic experiences involving bearded individuals could also play a role. Pogonophobia is not just about the fear of beards, but what they represent to the individual. Pogonophobia, a stark reminder of how diverse human aversions can be. Disconnected and panicking? Welcome to the world of Nomophobia. In our hyper-connected era, the thought of losing our digital lifeline, our smartphone, can send shivers down many a spine. Nomophobia is a term coined to describe this fear of being without a mobile phone or network coverage. It's a relatively new phobia, born from the technological revolution that has seen our smartphones become our constant companions. For some, the mere thought of losing signal or running out of battery can trigger a wave of anxiety. The implications are far-reaching, from the inability to call for help in an emergency to the fear of missing out on social updates. Potential triggers might include a past experience of being stranded without a phone, or simply the habit of constant connectivity. As our world becomes more digital, nomophobia may become an increasingly common fear. So, here we have it, nomophobia, a testament to our deep dependence on digital devices. Long words can be scary, especially if you have Hippopotomonstrosesquippedaliophobia or Sesquipedalophobia. Now you might be thinking, that's a mouthful, and you're absolutely right. The term Hippopotomonstrosesquippedaliophobia is a tongue twister, and ironically, it describes the fear of long words. Imagine the paradox of being afraid of long words and then having to pronounce the very term that describes your fear. It's like a linguistic version of looking into a mirror within a mirror, infinitely reflecting back on itself. This fear can manifest in various ways, from feeling overwhelmed when confronted with lengthy words to avoiding reading or writing tasks that might involve them. The potential triggers can range from a traumatic event, such as being embarrassed for mispronouncing a long word, to a general apprehension towards complex language. Now let's move on to Sesquipedalophobia. While it is also a fear of long words, there's a subtle difference between this and Hippopotomonstrosesquippedaliophobia. Sesquipedalophobia relates specifically to the anxiety surrounding the pronunciation or use of long words. It's not just the length of the word that's intimidating, but the prospect of tripping over syllables and sounding foolish. The root of this fear could be linked to past experiences of public speaking or reading aloud, where the individual may have stumbled over long, complicated words, leading to embarrassment or ridicule. Over time, this fear can become ingrained, causing a person to dread situations where they might have to pronounce or use lengthy words. Just think about it. Living with these phobias is like being in a perpetual spelling bee, where every long word is a potential threat. It's a fascinating insight into how our experiences with language can shape our fears and anxieties. In the grand tapestry of phobias, these language-related fears stand out for their irony and complexity. They remind us that fears can emerge from the most unexpected sources, and even something as essential as language can become a source of anxiety. Language-related fears, an intriguing aspect of human anxieties. Feathers are not always symbols of freedom and beauty. For some, they are the triggers of Pteronophobia, a phobia characterized by an irrational fear of feathers. This fear transcends the mere discomfort of a feather tickling your nose. It's a deep-seated dread that can evoke a sense of panic and anxiety. Feathers, whether attached to a bird or adorning a pillow, can become a source of terror for individuals with Pteronophobia. The mere sight, touch, or even thought of feathers can trigger symptoms like rapid heartbeat, shortness of breath, and an overwhelming desire to flee. The origins of Pteronophobia can be as diverse as the individuals it affects. For some, a traumatic encounter with a bird could be the root of the fear. For others, the unpredictable movement of feathers, their unique texture, or even their association with birds and flight might be the cause. Pteronophobia, a reminder that even the seemingly harmless can provoke fear. Knees, more than just joints for some. Welcome to the curious world of Genuphobia, an uncommon but very real fear of knees. This can include the dread of one's own knees, someone else's, or knees in general. The root of Genuphobia often lies in traumatic experiences associated with the knee, such as a painful injury or surgery. The vulnerability of the joint, its critical role in mobility, and the potential for debilitating pain can all contribute to this fear. For those with Genuphobia, everyday activities like kneeling, exercising, or even just seeing someone else bend their knees can trigger anxiety and discomfort. They may go to great lengths to avoid knees, wearing long pants or skirts even in sweltering heat. Treatment often involves cognitive behavioral therapy, helping individuals face their fear in a safe, controlled environment. Genuphobia, a testament to the diverse range of triggers for irrational fears. It's a stark reminder that phobias can spring from any aspect of human experience, even something as mundane as our own anatomy. Sitting down, a simple act or a source of anxiety. Let's delve into the peculiar world of Cathisophobia, the fear of sitting down. This phobia may seem unusual, but for those affected, it is a daily struggle. Imagine feeling a wave of panic at the sight of a chair or a sofa, or experiencing an overwhelming need to stay standing or in motion, even when your legs are aching for rest. Cathisophobia can manifest in various ways, from mild discomfort to severe anxiety and panic attacks at the thought of sitting down. Potential triggers can range from a past traumatic event associated with sitting to a deep-rooted fear of being confined or restricted. People with this phobia may find themselves avoiding social situations where sitting is expected, like movies or long car rides, further isolating them from their peers and loved ones. Cathisophobia, a reminder that even the most mundane activities can be a source of fear. Phobias, a fascinating window into the human mind. As we've journeyed through this diverse realm of fears, from the sticky dilemma of Arachibutyrophobia to the dance floor dread of Chorophobia, we've unveiled a rich array of human anxieties. We've explored the beard-related discomfort of Pogonophobia, the digital dependence encapsulated in Nomophobia, and the linguistically ironic fears of Hippopotomonstrosesquippedaliophobia and Sesquipedalophobia. Pteronophobia has shown us the fear feathers can evoke, while Genuphobia has revealed the anxiety surrounding our very own knees. And finally, Cathisophobia has illustrated the unease that something as commonplace as sitting down can induce. Each of these phobias, while unique in their nature, are united by their ability to provide us with profound insights into the human experience. They lay bare the intricate and diverse landscape of our fears, demonstrating how individual experiences and perceptions can shape our emotional responses. Understanding these fears invites empathy, shedding light on the intricate tapestry of human emotions and experiences.